Okay, Charlie, this is probably the most difficult kind of fraction problem. I'll show you at what point it gets kind of tough. So we're going to always do inverse operations to get v alone. So instead of plus 3/4, I'm going to subtract 3/4. Subtract 3/4. And we have two different ways we can do this. We could switch it to an improper. Okay, first thing we need is a common denominator. So I need to make that 3 and the 4 have a common denominator. So I'm kind of looking at it like it's 12. And I give myself enough room. So that way I've got room for the whole number. And they both go over 12. So I multiply that by 3, so I have to multiply that by 3, so I get 9/12. So remember, that's negative. Then I'm going to bring the other one over. The whole number comes over 5, and I'm multiplying that by 4 to get the 12. And so I have to multiply that by 4 to get the 8. Okay, now you are, so 5 and 8/12 minus 9/12. The problem here is you've got this whole number that's bigger than 9/12, but you've got this you've got this positive 8/12 that's smaller than 9/12. So you actually got to make that a bigger number to subtract it. So one way you can do that is borrow 1 from the 5. So if I borrow 1 from the 5,
what?
If I borrow 1, answer the text.
What text?
If I borrow 1 from 5, okay, that's going to become a 4. And any number over itself equals 1. So I am going to, okay, so I'm going to borrow 1 from that 4. Now, I have to make this one it's going to be a fancy one, and really, it's going to be any number over itself equals 1. But in order to do that, I'm going to make it 12 over 12. I need a common denominator with 12. So now, really, it's 4 plus 1 plus 8/12. Really, there's that extra 1 we borrowed from the 5. So the new numerator is really going to become 4, and 8 plus 12 is 20 over 12. That's a 20. In the denominator now, I have 9/12. Now I can subtract 9 from 20. So I'm bringing the whole thing down, 4, and 9 minus 20 is 11, and I'm left with 4 and 11/12. So that's method number 1. Method number 2, I subtract 3/4 from both sides. Okay, and now instead of borrowing, I can convert it to a mixed number. And the mixed number, I multiply 5 times 3 is 15, then add 2. That's 17 over 3. And this is negative 3 over 4. But remember, I still need that common denominator. So it's still going to be 12. So I'm going to multiply that by 4 and that by 4. Remember the fancy one? This one I'm multiplying by 3 and by 3. My new fraction down here becomes 9 over 12. And up top here, it's 68 over 12. So remember, it's a negative 9. So when I do this, 9 minus 68 is 59 over 12, and then I have to convert that. 12 divides into 59, let's say 4 times, 48. I have a remainder of 1, and I take my remainder, 11, and I put it over the divisor, 12. So here's the answer, and that's that.